What's going on, everybody? Today we've got a fun video. Now, I've done one of these in the past, the best skins within FM24 created by the community. Now, I have gone ahead, downloaded a whole bunch of skins that I have not actually taken a look at this year, and I have come up with a new kind of best of list for skins within FM24, and it has stretched from 5 to 7. So today we're going over the 7 best skins for Football Manager 24. So coming in at skin number 7 is the Andromeda skin, and as we can see on screen, there's a lot going on with this. It even has interchanging kind of things, I guess is the best way to put it, to the skin, to where you have your photo of your stadium. If you have the city's photo pack as well, the city would be here. But then down here you have your starting 11, and it switches between their jerseys, as we can see right now. It's got jerseys and boom, it switches to faces. I have not seen this on many skins. And also it shows where you're located within the world as well, as you can see, being that I'm at Bayern Munich, located in Central Europe. Now, one reason why I chose this skin to be a part of the list, besides it looking awesome and having a lot of info, is it has a very retro feel to it, and I think pairing this with the retro databases would be absolutely perfect. I don't know why it feels like it has that retro aspect to it. I think it might be because of how the star system works a little bit, maybe the text as well and whatnot, but it reminds me of kind of like older FIFAs and whatnot, so it looks absolutely fantastic. And even when you go to the tactics screen, it still is pretty innovative. It's got the color coding for the roles and whatnot, like a couple other tactics do. But for whatever reason, I was trying to figure out how this worked as well, and I finally did. So you see how it's got like these circles around where the players are, and then there's the stars. So if they are a natural, it will have a star with a purple ring, and then if they are competent or whatever, or even Mr. Sugawara down here, unconvincing, it goes down, so it kind of builds up to having a purple ring with a star. That's a nice little additive there. But then you have the player profile, and this is where it definitely, in my opinion, drills home the retro feeling. It looks super nice, and I think if you are wanting that retro feeling of either an old FIFA, an older Football Manager game, or even Championship Manager, this definitely can help bring out that feeling. Or if you're doing a retro database save, this is definitely one to use. And it also even gets creative with the news page as well, as you have Sky Sports, which is pretty awesome. Next up, skin-wise, in at number 6, we've got the Tato skin. Now, the Tato skin was in my original top 5. Absolutely love the skin. Used it quite a bit last year as well. One of the main reasons why I like this skin so much, it's just clean. It doesn't do anything too crazy, and it has everything that you may need, especially when you kind of go to your club info page. You got everything looking super duper nice. You got your facilities over here, your finances down here as well. You got a quick overview of everything, even your honors and history at the club. You get to your tactics, looks really nice and concise. And then you get to the player profile, and once again, looks nice, clean, concise, everything you need. And it doesn't do anything too extra. And I kind of like that about this skin. If you're wanting something that is cleaner and more concise, less is more type deal, then this is definitely one of the ones to go for. So next up at number 5 is a skin that I actually wanted to have a little bit higher on my list, but I was like, you know what, I think 5 is just right. It is the Just skin. Now, the Just skin I have never seen before until I was kind of doing my research on all these skins. And it's another skin that we can see up here, has things that interchange, and it is pretty cool. Looks super duper nice. Changes from the stadium to a city photo if you have the city photo pack, and overall looks absolutely fantastic. Now, one thing on skins that I've always kind of liked personally is being able to change backgrounds. Now, it's kind of difficult to see on this skin. So up here, you click this little TV, and you get all these different little backgrounds that you can put in the back. But once I select it, you can kind of see the color change in the back. Not all too much, but you can definitely tell that it changes. Thankfully, you have the opacity down here, and it can change, but doesn't really improve it to the point to where it's like, all right, yeah, let's definitely throw one on. But overall, I do think that that is a cool little addition. When it comes to the tactics, once again, color-coded and very different from a majority of them. Usually they try and stick to like orange, blue, green, all different ones. This kind of sticks to the same color palette a little bit here, purples and blues, and then you got pink for the keeper. Looks pretty nice. This is another one where on like a news page, it's pretty creative. And one thing that I absolutely love about this one, say you are wanting to check in on a continental competition. There are tabs for each continent up here. You just click on it. Say we go to North America. Boom, takes you to North America. You can literally see anything and everything. Look at the nation's rankings, all of it. Which, if you're doing a building a nation type save or even a youth to gold, this skin can definitely help you kind of get to finding talents easier, because if you just want to go to like say Africa, for example, you go here, you look at the nations rankings, click on any of them, look at their youth teams. It's super easy peasy. And then this is another skin, once again, that has everything you kind of need to know or want to know. It looks super duper nice. Everything that you could think of is here. And one thing that I love is these DNA graphs on a lot of these skins are starting to have them. You can look at technical, mental, physical, or even just overall attribute analysis, which is a really nice touch. So at number 5, the Just Skin, definitely check that out. Next up at number 4, we have the Polish Skin. Now I used the Polish Skin, I believe, if it wasn't last year, it was the year prior. And I really liked it because it's very, very clean. Once again, one of those clean, super simplistic type skins. However, it has been upgraded. And as we can see, you see what I mean by the clean, simplistic type look. Everything you need right here in front of you. However, once again, we got one of those TV display icons right here to where you can customize. This is a game changer for me because the Polish Skin has a whole bunch of different options for background colors now. You can have blue, green, yellow, red, whatever. Or it changes based on what club you are. So being that I am Bayern Munich, we now have the Champions League background here. There is also a black and white version, or there is a club color version. So red for Bayern Munich. You even have it for the Europa League. You got the Europa League color. Boom, red. Europa Conference League color. Hopefully we never have to play in that as Bayern Munich, but you go from green to then red. It is just a nice little thing to have. So no matter what club you are, if you want your background to kind of match the color of your club, like I know a couple of skins that try and do that, this one's perfect for doing that. And once again, this is a skin that is very clean when it comes to the tactics. It reminds me a lot of the Tato skin. They are pretty similar, I would say, but for me, I like the customizability with this one a whole heck of a lot, as you can tell. And this is another one where it is kind of very concise on the info that you need for your players. I mean, overall, it's a very nice, clean, I almost want to say elegant type skin for FM. So if you're looking for something like this, especially to where you can have something that matches your club perfectly, this is definitely a skin to try out. Now, before we get into the top 3 skins in today's video, I do want to mention all of the download links for all these skins will be linked down below in the description. So definitely make sure to check those out and show the creators some love. Coming in at number 3 is the SAS24 skin. Now, the SAS24 skin, I absolutely love it. Very, very good. Very informative as well. I've always liked it. Used it a little bit last year. Used it a little bit this year as well. And I mean, overall, you can tell right away, it is pretty creative and very sleek looking. We go to the tactics page, and once again, we have color-coded roles. But also, like an earlier skin, we have the pie graph. But this is literally like pieces of a pie right here. So I kind of like just that little representation of if a player is pretty darn good at a given role or not. And you also have, instead of it being like a boot or whatnot, it's actual foot for their weak foot. And just like all of the other skins, you get all the info that you could possibly want for your players, especially the graphs. I love me some attribute analysis graphs. You have a SAS one, then you have the attribute analysis, and then you have this little pie chart down here, which is awesome. And you can kind of compare them to attacking midfielders, to strikers, as well as defense midfielders, fullbacks, center backs, or even do it with your keepers, which is pretty awesome. I love the look of this skin, and if the other ones weren't so darn good, this would probably take my #1 spot. It is an absolutely fantastic skin. And it's another one that gets creative with the news page, because we don't like boring news pages. We want ones that are at least a little creative. Coming in at number 2 is one of my all-time favorite skins. It is the Musterman skin. For anyone that likes Moneyball or doing stuff attributeless, this is the skin for you. And this is probably one of the most creative skins out there, honestly. It is absolutely fantastic. The work that Musterman puts into it is top tier. I mean, even going to the length of going to have a news page and having your own broadcasting network for it, where you shout out other Football Manager content creators and the work they do. That's just next level. It's absolutely amazing. And this is a skin that is very different than the others. Usually all tactics, especially on all FM skins, usually the tactic board's on the left and then all the player names are on the right. This is flip-flopped, and I actually quite like it. Also, in regards to the weak foot stuff that I've been hitting at, you will notice you have these little like yellow dots and whatnot here on the circles. Those represent your weak foot. It's like little players from the 2D match engine, which looks pretty darn cool if you ask me. And when you are trying to do a Moneyball type save, this is what you come to expect. No attributes. You can still kind of gauge what is best, what is not, but then you have the graphs, the charts of what you want to see and get feedback on statistically. And up here with this little cog right here, you can kind of choose how you want it represented. You got bar graphs, as we can see, kind of pops up, gives you all the info you need. You also have the data hub as well, which you can pop up here instead of going directly to the data hub. Then you also have a form chart as well. Then you have a pastry one here, which I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know some people do indeed like it. Then we have the pizza chart. That's my favorite. Then we also have just straight up statistical breakdown. And another addition that I absolutely love is player archetypes within this skin. Up here, you will notice that you have little icons. When they light up like this, that means that your player matches this player archetype. So Mr. Jamal Musiala is a maestro forward. It has a description for all of them, and it is a little addition, but it is an awesome addition. And it's not just players that it has it for either. It also has it for staff members as well. So they even have archetypes as well. They are a bit more generic than the player one. So you got determination, you have level of discipline, motivating, as well as people management. But if you're trying to key in on certain areas and you were wanting certain archetype type people a part of your staff, this is definitely a skin to kind of utilize and make sure that you are implementing that. And now we have our final skin. And at number 1, it is the WTCS skin. The WTCS skin I have probably used the most out of any of them this year, simply because I use it mainly a majority of the time, I think basically all the time, for my tactic videos, which I'll show you why in a moment. But this is another skin that is super clean, well done, and pretty creative. And it's another one that on the news page, they try and get a little bit creative. As we can see, it is their own version of the Athletic. But also, you can see this bookmark right here. I click on this bookmark, and you can bookmark different things. And you can do this in other skins as well, especially the SAS or SAS24 skin. But I really like this addition, and skins that have this addition to them get a little bit of a bonus point from me. Now, when it comes to the tactics, it is set up kind of like the rest of them. You also have something that is unlike the rest of them. If I am to click right here on Jamal Musiala, you get this pop-up, and I absolutely love it because it allows you to see, all right, what do I have instruction-wise on my player's roles? In this given role, what type of attributes do I need to be focusing on? Do they have the right player traits for it? And then statistically speaking, when they are playing in different roles, how are they performing? You have so much info just by clicking on that. It is insane. Then when you go to a player profile, just like a couple of the other skins, everything that you need, short, concise, it is clean and nice. And you have analysis to the right side. Now, you also have analysis here, which goes into graphic breakdowns just like it does on the Musterman skin, which is awesome. So if you want to do a Moneyball save, but you're wanting to actually see player attributes, this is definitely one that you can use because it has aspects like a Musterman skin, but you can see the attributes. Or if you want to go the pro route, yes, pro Moneyball route, you use the Musterman skin. But I mean, overall, even when you go to a staff page, what it showcases is absolutely fantastic because you have all the info that you need on one page instead of having to click a bunch of different tabs that are up here. You have it all on one page. When it comes to players, you have those tabs that are usually up here that you got to go to different areas for with the drop downs. You have basically all of them here, so you can get the analysis, recent form, discuss things with players, their happiness, reports, their history, just like that we saw with our manager, any transfer information, or even set your training specifically to that player from the player profile screen. In the end, it does a lot of the little things very, very well, and it adds to being one fantastic skin. So there we have it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, please feel free, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so I hit the sub button. Remember, below I'll be linking all the links to download all of these skins if you wish to check them out. Show those creators some love as well. Right now on screen, I'll be popping up one of my most recent videos, so definitely feel free to check it out. And until next time, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.